Alright, guys, thank you for coming back. I know no one is watching this channel, but hey, you know, by saying that, it's kind of boosts my ego to making this every week. Oh well, I mean, it's for me actually, but if you're watching this, it's also good for you. So basically, today is Sunday, and if we look at this number, it has definitely flattened out. We hasn't double since a few weeks back, like 2 3 weeks or 2 weeks already, I believe. And but the thing is, the death rate is keeping increasing. So I mean, with this average is more than 7%. The death rate right now. We don't know yet, but at this point, this is a high number percentage wise. You know, so I'll see what happened. And we right now at this point, we are starting to open up the country again, and we'll see how the spending, how life is normal or not. I mean, I did see a lot of car. I drove at 11 something on Friday night through a back road, and yet there was a lot of car. I was definitely dumbfounded in a way. But like I say, people been locked up for the past month, and now they could go out again. I guess that's when you get to go, you go. But we'll see how long that's gonna last, because that gonna encourage the second wave. Nothing is new here, to be honest. Positive news on treatment. That right now we're just waiting. The vaccine mRNA, that's the company. Uh, the vaccine is clear for phase 2 by the FDA. So we'll see what's going to be. But right now, all these things are so historical, because these things is just emergency approval, and an antibody test. I think that some a company, I think, got approval too for antibody testing, but I haven't looked at that yet. Third stage stimulus, the third package, I mean, that is happening right now. And Fed buying everything when the new low, that's what I'm predicting. Okay. And then what new this week is that US Treasury to borrow $3 trillion. So we'll see what happened. And then there's one more thing. I think that the Fed gonna start buying high yield Treasury. They said that before, but they stopped because everyone was buying it. And now I think they're gonna start buying it. We'll see what happens. All right. So right now, I mean, the pro are just basically staying the same. I mean, is the opening of the economy, and then positive on the treatment and vaccine. So that's propelling the market up higher now at this point. Anything else, all the bad news are just at this point, it's just disregarded. If you could see, like right now, the second wave that I'm predicting June, I think end of June or beginning of July, we're probably going to see increased cases of new cases of the virus, and then followed by short footage, company failures. It is happening now. Especially the shopping company, retailer. Yeah, those I think right now retailer, big retailer store is going down, but I think the small retailer, especially restaurant and stuff, those small ones just maybe recently just opened less than 2 years. I think those not gonna come back at all. Those gonna die. I feel bad because the coffee place I go to, um, you know, they did really well, and this is like their second year, and unfortunately this is bad for them, because I think, like like when you open a business and then you start taking out stuff to buy things for, like you get a car, you get all that other stuff, because you want a tax break, but now there's no income in the revenue, and you spend all that money for the tax break, and those gonna be a problem. So those small businesses, I think it's gonna be bad, especially those new one with like within 2 years they're gonna go out. Oil, I think once we have the second wave, oil is gonna go. Reinfection, I mean, this is a question. Mutation is a question. I mean, I think it's already happening. There's some article there. Okay. And then virus staying dormant. This is a big question here, because the thing is, the U.S. military thing, they, for some, I'm not sure how true this is. This is what I heard, is that people who got infected with the virus are not allowed to join to join the military. Basically, they are banned like for life at this point. That's what I heard. I don't know if that was fake news or not, but that's what it is for now. Okay, unemployment. Friday, 33.5. Now we have that number, but the market went up. Hey, it's we don't care. The Fed had no guidance. I mean, that was last week. Food price inflation that is happening right now. uh, I go shopping. Okay, dividend cuts. I mean, it has been happening, but now I think Disney just cut the dividends, so that a big company that's doing it right now. So that saying something. This might be a big problem. This is the precursor to thing. Okay, U.S. China tension it's been flaring up since last week, but now I think it's gonna be a thing because Trump trying to blame someone. He need a target, a scapegoat. So China is right now is being blamed for it. So we'll see how this gonna play out. And then people are gathering because of the open economy especially without masks. A lot of people are not wearing any masks, and that's the thing contributed to the second wave. So at this point, I mean the con, there are a lot of them compared to the pro, but the thing is the market right now and kind of like disregard the con because they say if this happened, everything it could kind of benefit over the con at this point. But we will see. I mean, time will play out with this. But right now, let's go to the chart. Okay. Okay. So this is a Dow Jones, the DIA. Okay. So you can see here. I mean, it travel in the channel now. Okay. So it is stay in the channel, perfect channel, and I think the target is probably up to here. Last time right here, it's trying to break this. It did not close above this resistance, but I think that's the goal here is to break above the resistance, and the goal is up to here. Okay, and the thing is right now the volume is dying. There's no volume, not a lot of people buying in right now, so that could say something too. But this is where it goes. This is the channel, and if this is if it's a rising wedge, it's very bearish. And usually when I see in a rising wedge is that there's 3 breakout. This is right now 1, this is right now 2, and when we break above this, it's going to be 3. And after that, I think it's going to consolidate and then go down. That typically I see as a rising wedge as a pattern, and for the market in general, I think 3 index has to do that. The Dow Jones, the S&P, the Nasdaq, and also the Russell. They all have to do that, and then once they all did that, I think we could start to look at the downside at this point. But right now, I think everything is still in this channel right now. So this target is right up here, and we will see. All right, so the trend is still up at this point for the Dow Jones. Let's go to the Nasdaq. Nasdaq is definitely leading. Look how steep this this channel is, and it's rising. And at this point, I mean, it's keep going and going. So this is one breakout. This is another breakout, and they are already on the 3rd breakout now. Okay, so at this point, I think right here is probably going to be the goal, which is very strong. I mean, it's possibly could reach this point. At this point, I don't know. Like it's so strong, but the only thing is that look at the volume. There's a diversion with the volume. Like new high are not supporting. Like every time this breakout here, the volume are dying. Breakout here, volume is not even there. Breakout there, this one, the volume even lower. So there is a diversion in volume I could see right now as new higher high with lower volume. So you could see this is just pushing. When the market wants something, they're gonna push. They're gonna push to reach at some point at the target, which I think is right here. This gap. And then when it reach that, and then things, people start to liquidate, and then the big company, the big institutions start to liquidate, and then the retail investor could come in and short it with the institution. But right now, the institution saying we want to try to go this high. That's what I see at this point. All right. And the Russell actually, I'm surprised. It's actually really strong, and there is a lot more volume compared to the Dow Jones and the Nasdaq. Okay, and you can see people are buying, and See, this is one breakout, this is two breakout, and then on the third breakout, and the target is right here, or the 200-day moving average. So we'll see what happens. But right now, Russia seems to be the volume. I mean, it's still every time it break out, the volume is lower and lower. You know, there's a diversion. They all have the same diversion. Okay, but right now, like I say, the channel is up. They're gonna go up. And look at the only thing that's weak right now. I think this is the weakest. The IYT, which is the transportation index. Okay, and the volume are nearly the same thing here. This is a kind of anomaly here. I'm not sure what happened. That's volume was really high, and then everything else is just, you know, red, and then the buying. So at this point right now, I mean, it break out 1, 2. I'm seeing maybe this target is this level right here. All right, so very similar to other index, you know. And then let's go to the SPY. SPY right now, it broke this level already. Okay, so right now I think the 300 is where the target is at. Breakout 1, breakout 2, and that's going to be breakout 3, and they're going to reach the 300, and that's a 200-day moving average, and we'll see how it's doing there. I mean, right now the channel is pretty decent, and as you can see, breakout, decent volume coming up. Really no volume, like low volume. We'll see when the breakout of this and how much volume there is, and then we'll see. So once they reach this, I think that's when maybe we start assess the shorting. So at this point, no matter how bad the economic data is, you know, we do have some important economic data this week: CPI, PPI, I think, retail sale, and industrial production, Empire State, you know, all that good stuff, PMI, I think. Yes, but at this point right now, the trend is still up. The channel is up, and I believe we're going to reach the 300, and then we'll see what we're going to do after that. But I think there's going to be a lot of selling when we reach 300, and then we're going to start to consolidate sideways and move down. But you know what, right now we're still early May, so you know, wait until we hit June, and that may be the only thing I'm seeing is that the case is ticking up, and that gonna be the second wave is kicking in, and that's when the selling gonna start. So that's what my prediction right now. Okay, so at this point, that's all it is. So the trend it up, guys, so don't go against the Fed, okay, and the trend. So good luck and happy trading, guys. Bye.